Welcome, everybody, to our NEC Family Storytime series. Today's session is all about feelings. And feelings are what we feel or experience in our mind and body. We're going to talk about feelings like happy, sad, angry, and bored. I'm glad you're here with us today. We're going to start with a story called The Way I Feel by Janin Kane. It will talk all about lots of different feelings. Let's get started.
The Way I Feel, written and illustrated by Janin Kane. Silly! Silly is the way I feel when I make a funny face and wear a goofy, poofy hat that takes up lots of space. Scared. I'm shaking because I'm scared. All alone in the dark at night. The thunder and lightning crash and roar. Hold me close and turn on the light. Scared. Disappointed. The plans were made so long ago for you to visit me today, but now you can't come after all. I'm disappointed we can't play. Disappointed. Happy. The smile you see upon my face as the sun shines in the sky shows the world that I feel happy and my mood is soaring high. Happy. Yay! Woohoo! Sad. Sometimes I feel so very sad and really don't know why. Instead of playing and having fun, I cry and cry and cry. Sad. Angry. Angry is how I feel right now. I shout with a mighty roar. I mostly want to frown and growl and stomp upon the floor. Angry. Thankful. The wheel fell off my brand new truck. I needed some help from you. You kindly fixed my favorite toy. I'm thankful for all you do. Thankful. Yay! Frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't do it. It's hard and I want to cry. I don't know whether to give it up or to give it another try. Frustrated. Shy. If someone says hello to me, I suddenly feel so shy. Instead of waving back at them, I hide my face and walk on by. Shy. Bored. I can't make up my mind. There's nothing I want to do. The days drag on and on. I'm feeling bored and blue. Bored. Yee! Excited! I'm bouncing like a rubber ball. I'm more excited than I can say. It's really hard for me to sit when I'd rather jump and play. Excited! Yahoo! Wee! Jealous. I want to play with you right now. I don't think taking turns is fair. I'd rather have you to myself. I'm jealous when I have to share. Jealous.
Wow!
Proud. I did it! I did it! I shout to the crowd. Getting dressed by myself makes me feel proud. Proud. Feelings come and feelings go. I never know what they'll be. Silly or angry, happy or sad. They're all a part of me.
Thank you for watching.
All right. Well, that was a fun story. Do you know in that story, I counted 13 different kinds of feelings. Oh my goodness. And I have felt every single one of those feelings at some point or other. I bet you have too. Everybody has feelings, and all feelings are okay. The best way to learn about feelings is to talk about them as they come up in our daily lives. We can use multimodal communication to talk about them. So we might use sign language, we might use a voice output device, we might use a communication app, we can use our words, we can use our body language, we can use tactile symbols to talk about feelings. All kinds of ways to talk about feelings. We can also write about our feelings using a pencil or a pen, or typing about them with a keyboard, or we can even use a brailler. So lots of different ways to talk about our feelings. Next, I'd like to take a look at some of the feelings that were in the story. Let's look a little more closely. Ooh, scared. In the story, the girl was scared because she was all alone in the dark. I want to look at her face to see what it tells me about how she's feeling. I notice her eyes are really wide and her hair sticking straight up. She also looks like she's kind of trying to hide under the covers, pulling the blanket up tight around her. She looks scared. I remember, too, in the story, she screamed. That was another sign that she was really scared. Families, when you're looking at pictures with your children, you might want to make an occluder. I have one here. Maybe you have one already, but it's just a black piece of paper with a hole cut in it. And you can use it to reduce the visual clutter around the face. So you can just put this square right on the face of the picture and get a closer look, see what's happening. And if you want to play back the video of the story we just saw, you could play it back at a slower speed, and you can pause at certain pictures to look at them a little more closely. Now, I want to tell you something that makes me feel scared. You want to take a guess? Okay, here it comes. Ah, snakes. I feel really scared when I see a snake. Sometimes when I take a walk outside my house, I'll see a little snake in the road. And oh my goodness, I crouch it down, come into myself, make some fists. I usually scream. I might even run away. Scared. I wonder what makes you feel scared. Happy was another feeling we saw in the book. The girl was happy when she was swinging in the sunshine. I'm noticing her big smile. I can even see her teeth. It's like she's beaming with joy. You can almost feel it yourself. She's happy. Okay, anyone want to guess what makes me feel happy? I'm going to show you something. I feel happy when I listen to music. I like music that's energetic and I can dance to it, feel good moving around. And I also sometimes like slow, relaxing music. That makes me feel happy too. Wonder if you like listening to music. Oh, the next feeling I wanted to talk about from the book is this boy who is sad. What's interesting is he said he doesn't even know why. Does that ever happen to you? Happens to me sometimes. Sometimes we don't even know why we feel the way we do. Maybe it's a little bit of a gloomy day, it's cloudy out or rainy. Or maybe we're just thinking about something sad. Maybe we miss somebody that's close to us. Hmm. So looking at his face, I can see teardrops coming out of his eyes. He's crying. He has a frown. He's kind of slumped over. He looks sad. Hmm. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something that makes me really sad. I feel so sad when my dog is sick. Hmm. Sometimes I have to bring her to the vet, the animal doctor. One time she hurt her paw so badly and she had to get it wrapped up, and I was sad. When I'm sad, I frown too. I might even cry. Sometimes I like a hug when I'm sad. It makes me feel a little better. The next feeling from the book I wanted to talk about is frustrated. This girl was frustrated because she doesn't yet know how to tie her shoes. She was trying and trying, but she just couldn't get it. Hmm. Notice her eyes kind of narrowed and her eyebrows are scrunched a little bit. Her muscles look tight. She's pulling those shoestrings really hard. Hmm. She might even be growling or groaning. She's frustrated. Okay, next I'm going to tell you something that makes me feel really frustrated. Here we go. I feel frustrated when I have to wait. Sometimes I have to wait when I'm traveling. If I'm trying to take a plane or a train and it's late and I'm trying to get somewhere on time and I get so frustrated. I might sigh. I might even stomp my feet. Frustrated. Wonder what makes you frustrated. So people have all kinds of feelings, and our feelings change throughout the day. So we might start out in the morning feeling a little upset or frustrated. Maybe you thought it was the weekend and you were going to stay home, but not yet. It's only Friday. So you're a little frustrated. Then by the afternoon, you're at school and you've had recess, playing outside with your friends. It's a beautiful day and you're happy. Your feelings changed. Then by the evening, uh-oh, maybe you're playing outside and you fall down and hurt yourself. And then you're sad and crying. And then at night, you're yawning because you're so tired. It was a long day. So our feelings change as we go throughout the day. Different people have different feelings. This is a picture of a family going to the beach. They're walking on the sand. They're walking toward the water. There are some waves. And it's a beautiful sunny day with blue sky and white fluffy clouds. But people feel differently about this trip to the beach. One person is really frustrated because she doesn't like the sand in her feet. And it's too hot. She's frustrated. Another person is excited to build a sandcastle. What fun. Another person is bored because their friend couldn't come with them. And another person is happy because she's looking forward to her favorite snacks. She likes to get ice cream at the beach. So we can be doing the same exact thing as other people and have a different feeling about it. And that's okay. So if we have different feelings from other people, how do we know how someone else is feeling? We need to be good detectives. We're going to want to use our senses to give us information about how others feel. We can use our eyes to look. We might use our ears to listen. And we might use our hands to touch. We're going to be looking for people's body movements. Are they stomping their feet, telling us they're frustrated? Are they dancing around, showing us they're happy? We also want to listen. You might hear somebody's feet stomping and say, uh-oh, what happened? Are they angry? Are they upset? We can hear somebody yawning. And we might think, I wonder if they're feeling tired. We can also touch people's face to feel their facial expressions. Are they smiling? Are they frowning? Are they crying? All of these things give us information about how someone else is feeling. We have lots of different kinds of feelings. It's important to listen to our bodies because sometimes your body is trying to tell you something. So if you feel sad, maybe your body's saying you need a hug. If you feel angry, maybe your body needs to take a deep breath. If you feel tired, you might need some sleep. And if you feel really hungry, you might need a snack. So we want to listen to our body and think about what it might need to help us feel a little better. We also have some sensory tools we can use to help us feel better. So in these pictures, we have a poppet. You can push these rubber pieces. Feels good on your hands. We have a soft, squishy ball. We have a lazy 8 breath. So what you can do is take puffy paint, trace it around a big figure 8 and let it dry. And then you take your finger and go around the 8 a few times as you're breathing. It can be really relaxing. Okay. We can also watch a yoga video for kids and stretch a bit. That helps me feel better too. Today, we're going to look at a sensory bottle craft. If you're watching this video, you probably have received a kit with this sensory bottle box in it. And it's going to let us make really fun sensory bottles like the green and red and yellow and blue ones on your screen. We can use these bottles when we have really big feelings, like we're super excited and maybe we want to calm down a little bit. Or we're feeling a little bit angry or frustrated and we want to calm down a little bit. These bottles can help you do that. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute so you can see what I have here. Okay. All right. So this is an example of a sensory bottle that I made with the kit. Okay. At the top, there are some little styrofoam pom-poms floating. And at the bottom here, there are some gems. And then I put a surprised face, might be a little bit hard to see, surprised face sticker on there. I chose surprised because I was really surprised to find that these pom-poms floated, but these gems sank. Okay, so if I turn it slowly, you'll see they change and move. It'll be really fun to watch. All right, so you have a kit and you can make one of these yourselves. But I'm going to make one right now. All right, so I have my kit. I'm going to open it. And there's a lot of fun stuff inside. Okay. I have one of the clear cylinders, the bottle. Okay. I have stickers with funny faces on them. I have lots of different packages with fun things I can put inside the bottle to see if they float or sink. Lots of choices. I also have some glitter in there, red and blue. Very shiny. Oh, one more thing I wanted to share. Well, I can find it. Oh, these, hard to see. 1 minute. These are bells, little golden bells, and they jingle. So that's kind of fun too. Okay. So I'd like to make one of these with you right now if we could. Okay, first I'm going to take my top off the cylinder, my bottle. Okay. Okay, now I have to choose. That's the hardest part. So many fun choices. I think I'd like to do the rubber bands. These remind me of the girl in the book when she was so excited and kind of bouncing and jumping up and down. That's what this reminds me of. Okay, so I need to open this. Okay. And guess what? If I try to pull this, I'm going to be frustrated. Oh, it's not working. Okay. But what I can do is take my scissors and just cut it. Now it's open. Okay. I'm going to put mine in a little Gladware dish. Okay. So there they are. All right. Next, I need to take the rubber bands and put them in my container. All right. So I have some pink and purple. I have blue, yellow, a little green. And I'm putting them all in the container. Go. I want to make sure I get all of them. Okay, they are all gone out of my bowl and they are in my container. Now I need to add some water. Okay. I brought a little pitcher over to my desk. I'm going to open it and I'm going to pour some water right in. See how this goes. Ooh. All right. Now my bottle is full of water. I need to get my cap, put it on, and tighten it. Okay, right now, all the rubber bands are at the top. I wonder what will happen if I tilt this, if I turn it upside down. Let's see what happens. I'll start turning it slowly. Whee, there they go. They're floating to the top. It's fun to watch. I can add a sticker too. Let's see. I think I'll choose a smiley face because watching these rubber bands float up and down makes me feel happy and calm. So I'm going to put a sticker on. It's fun. All right, let's watch it one more time. Here we go. I'm going to turn it. Whee! And back again. So you have everything you need to make one of these, actually two of them at home. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay. Okay. I wanted to talk to you about a couple more activities you can try at home to practice thinking about feelings. So families, you might want to talk about the highs and lows of the day. You can do this during dinner time or right before bed or any time that works for you. But maybe your family can take turns talking about a time when you felt happy during the day and then a time that was a little bit sad or frustrating. Think about a high and a low. You can also act out feelings or play a feelings guessing game. So maybe you pick a card or spin a spinner with different feelings on it, and then act out that feeling. Or maybe somebody has a secret feeling in mind and they act it out, and people try to guess what feeling they're acting out. You could try using a mirror to explore facial expressions. It can be fun to look in the mirror and make funny faces. You can make your own book or journal about feelings. So you might have a page for each type of feeling that you want to talk about. So a happy page, a sad page, angry page. And then you can include remnants or little objects from your day that help you remember times that you felt happy or sad or angry, right? So maybe for something like happy, you might have a piece of gift wrap or the curling ribbon off of a gift from your birthday that made you feel happy. And that can go in your book. Maybe sad is when your balloon popped and that made you feel sad, or maybe it made you feel scared. That can be scary sometimes. It makes a loud noise. So that can go in your book. Or you can think about a feeling you had on that particular day and write about that. Then we have some songs about feelings and a lot of ebooks that you can read together. And here are a few things that I'm hoping you'll take away from our time together today. Okay. Everybody has feelings. And all of these feelings are okay. Our feelings change throughout the day. I might feel different in the morning than I do at night. My feelings might be different from yours. People communicate or talk about their feelings in many different ways. We can use our senses to help us know how other people feel. Remember, we talked about eyes and ears and hands. Sometimes your body tells you what you need. Listen to it. It's okay to ask for what you need. And finally, when you have big feelings, people and tools can help. So I know when I feel sad, I might ask a family member for a hug. When I feel happy, I might give a high five, right? And if I'm feeling a little frustrated, I might look for a tool to help. Okay. And now I have my 2 sensory bottles that can help me when I feel frustrated. I can sit and play with these, and that's relaxing. Help me feel a little bit more calm. And thank you so much for joining us today. I had a fun time talking with you about feelings. We'll see you next time.